3, 2, 1.
Imagine a king so powerful he declared himself a god, Sargon of Akkad, the founder of the world's first empire. His dynasty ruled from the Persian Gulf to the Mediterranean, building cities, art, and a writing system that shaped history. Yet, in a flash, the Akkadian Empire vanished, its cities abandoned, its people scattered, its memory buried beneath the sands. For centuries, the fate of Akkad was a mystery, its story pieced together from scattered clues and ghostly legends. The Akkadians were innovators and warriors, their influence echoing through later empires like Babylon. But how could such a grand civilization simply disappear? Was it drought, rebellion, or something more sinister? A curse from the gods? The Akkadians believed their downfall was divine punishment for their king's arrogance. In their world, the line between natural disaster and supernatural wrath was thin. As we explore Akkad's rise and fall, we must ask, what truly brought down the world's first empire? The Akkadian Empire began with Sargon the Great, a man of mythic origins, an orphan who rose to power and conquered Mesopotamia. Around 2334 BCE, Sargon overthrew his master and united the warring Sumerian city-states under one rule. He founded the city of Akkad, established a standing army, and created a model for future empires. Akkadian rule brought innovation, standardized weights, a postal system, and a flourishing of art and culture. They adapted cuneiform to their own language, making Akkadian the region's lingua franca for centuries. Trade routes stretched from Lebanon to Afghanistan, filling Akkad with legendary wealth. Sargon's grandson, Naram-Sin, expanded the empire and declared himself a living god, an act seen as dangerous arrogance. Images of Naram-Sin with a horned helmet blurred the line between mortal and divine. To many, this hubris risked angering the gods. Beneath the empire's strength, seeds of destruction were sown. The gods, it was believed, do not forgive such pride. The Akkadian Empire seemed invincible, but cracks soon appeared. Conquered cities resisted, requiring constant military force and draining resources. As the empire stretched, control weakened and dissent grew. Then came a disaster no army could fight, a megadrought lasting centuries. The breadbasket of Akkad turned to dust, crops failed, and famine spread. Archaeology reveals shrinking settlements and widespread hunger. Starving people migrated south, overwhelming cities already under strain. The empire's intricate system of tribute and trade collapsed. Rebellions erupted, and nomadic Gutian tribes raided deep into Akkadian lands. The god king seemed powerless against drought, famine, and invasion. For the people, it felt like the gods had abandoned them, or worse, cursed them. As disaster struck, the people blamed their king, Naram-Sin, who dared call himself a god. An ancient poem, The Curse of Akkad, tells how Naram-Sin attacked the temple of Enlil, the chief god. This sacrilege, the poem claims, unleashed famine and ruin. The great agricultural tracts produced no grain. The gods, enraged, sent the Gutians as instruments of vengeance. The poem describes Akkad's fall in haunting detail. In its canals, dragons of the steppe lay. Akkad is destroyed. The story became a warning to future kings about the dangers of hubris. For survivors, the curse explained the chaos, a punishment for arrogance, not random misfortune. This belief shaped Mesopotamian culture for centuries. The curse of Akkad became a historical truth, a way to process the trauma of collapse. Divine wrath, not just drought, was blamed for the empire's end. The end was swift. Decades of drought, famine, and rebellion left Akkad defenseless. The Gutians swept in, sacking the capital, its location still lost to history. The empire fractured into warring city-states. The great experiment was over. Trade collapsed, literacy faded, and the memory of Sargon became legend. For millennia, Akkad was a myth, until archaeologists uncovered its lost cities and records. So, what destroyed the Akkadian Empire? Was it a curse, climate change, or the cycle of history? The evidence points in many directions, leaving the fall of Akkad a tantalizing mystery. Science and legend collide in this ancient cold case. The world's first empire vanished, but its ghost still haunts our imagination.